don't know if y'all believe in this or selling your soul, but it almost seemed like that's what happened a long time ago in the industry or something, because it's like demon possession. Oh, I'm just keeping it real.
So you're saying, when did Keke get her first recording contract?
Listen, this must have happened back in 2000. I know I'm not afraid. You know, God is with me. He's with all of us. Yeah. And say people leave here too.
So you were hoping that she would change and go from being alpha to beta.
Yeah, because I mean, people might take this the wrong way. Take it however you please. If you believe in demonic spirits, some people have them, and she does. And so
you're saying, without a doubt, that in your opinion, Keke is demonic. You don't think she can change at all. I mean,
when a person
allegedly sleeping with your cousin and taking him from his wife
and starting a church,
that's pretty insane.
Y'all, Keke Wyatt is trending for all the wrong reasons right now because her ex-husband just blew the lid off their entire marriage, and what he's claiming is straight up wild. Zachariah Derring is now calling her out as a manipulative, heartless woman who allegedly put him through emotional hell. But that's not even the part that has fans gagged, because according to Zachariah, Keke wasn't just unfaithful. He claims she cheated on him with her own cousin, allegedly. And if that wasn't enough, he also claimed that Keke allegedly dabbles in dark spiritual practices, if you know what I mean, because word in the streets is that she supposedly performed voodoo rituals on him and even on some of her exes. On his recent interview with Tasha K, Zachariah doubled down on everything he said, and the details he shared were disturbing. He claimed Keke used voodoo rituals to keep him under her control and allegedly had a witch on speed dial. He described their marriage as something out of a horror film, and the way he tells it, this wasn't just a toxic relationship, it was a trap he barely made it out of. There's a lot going on here, so we don't have to break it down. Oh, if only you knew. Because it seems like Keke really did her man dirty, because it's been more than a year ever since she filed for divorce, and this man is still salty as F. He has been trying to tell us for a hot minute now Keke isn't ish and what he went through. When Keke filed for divorce last year, she hinted that Zachariah had been violent towards her, saying, "I am divorced and so happy to be free from that bondage and Zachariah got a lot of hate after that, and he was constantly getting dragged for putting his hands on the mother of his kids. Well, he was not about to let her control the narrative, so he decided to tell his side of the story. According to him, Keke was the one in the relationship, and he was the one who left her in November 2023, almost 7 months before she filed for divorce. Take a listen to what he said.
I left in November the 4th, 2023, November the 4th or so, 2023. And I did not see my son, Keriah, until the end of June, which was the divorce court for me and Keke Wyatt, where we would have the divorce finalized. And I wasn't able to talk to him and see my kids. It was impossible for me to call her because I refused contact with her because of the maniac, her maniac ways, the demonic, the belittling, the verbal, that's done for life, as I stated. And so at this particular time, even some months ago, I told friends of mine, I said, listen, God said I'm not to be in any circumstances, environments where I have to fight or where I have to deal with a situation or anything like that. God has me for full-time ministry, and you guys can't put me into anything I don't need to be. Well, my sister got punched in the mouth. She's not my biological sister.
He also hinted that she had cheated on him multiple times in their very short marriage, including allegedly with her cousin.
He locked it in, asking his wife for a divorce. So this woman stole her cousin away from his wife and had her own cousin to come live with her, and they began an ancestral relationship, having sex and a sexual relationship, and then said they're going to start a church. Hopefully you guys can see that.
Now, at the time, we didn't know how legit the tea about the cousin could be, but what we do know now is that only a few days after filing for divorce, Keke was spotted out and about with the new man.
Some support, helping hand, put her in position. I told you, supposed to got in there. He's got to be up on it.
Y'all, one thing about Miss Keke, she's always finna have a man on her arm at all times. She has been married 3 times and has 11 children. And no, they were no twin or multiple births. So yeah, she's always been booed up. But anyways, all that happened last year. And just when we thought that Zachariah was finally moving on from her, he decided to have a sit-down interview with Tasha K. And y'all, when I tell you the tea that he spilled, y'all, it was spicy and clear that he has been waiting all his life for the perfect time to spill. According to him, they have known each other for almost most of their lives because they first met when she was only 6 years old and he was a little older. He was attracted to her even back then, but he didn't make a move because he was kind of sort of dating her friend.
Create a new work, but you've known Keke Wyatt all your life.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you guys met at what age?
I'm saying, Norris said she was like 6 years old. Somebody said she was older than what she was. And so I seen Miranda first. Well, no, I didn't see Miranda first. I always seen Keke, she was too young. But her friend was with her and she was fine. Body and all that stuff and a very beautiful girl. Anyway.
He also tried to change the narrative that he pursued her while she was still married to her then husband. Well, second husband, Michael Ford. According to him, Keke was the one who reached out to him after her divorce from Michael, and she initiated the relationship.
Give you to Keke. Did you pursue Keke or did Keke come to you after she divorced Michael Jamar? Because that was very public.
She texted me. And this is after I foresaw the car accident. I called her, and she said, I got a divorce. The divorce wasn't final. I said, hey, baby, I'm thinking because God done already talked to me. But see, you got to know, you never know what God's up to.
So did you?
Well, this is where things get a little spicy, though, because according to him, she was not a submissive wife. He claimed that she wore the pants in the relationship and that she forced him to be beta in the relationship. And y'all remember his old claims about how she slept with her cousin while they were married, right? He also had a little something to say about that. Here's what he said.
So you were hoping that she would change and go from being alpha to beta.
Yeah, because I mean, people might take this the wrong way. Take it however you please. If you believe in demonic spirits, some people have them, and she does. And so
you're saying, without a doubt, that in your opinion, Keke is demonic. You don't think she can change at all. I mean, when a person allegedly sleeping with your cousin and taking him from his wife
and starting a church,
that's pretty insane.
Now, when he first said this, there was a whole lot of speculation that the cousin in question wasn't really her blood cousin. Because y'all know how black folks are. We got so many cousins that we're not even related to. But we just say they were our cousins, right? But Zachariah made it clear that this was not that type of situation. Not a play cousin. Because this person in question was legit her real cousin, blood and all.
You did say during the first interview, you said that her and Larry had been cousins since they were kids, which led a lot of people to think that they weren't actually cousins.
They family.
They family. So they're blood cousins.
Cousins.
Okay, so they are blood cousins.
Yeah, cousins.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But she didn't have a baby by this cousin.
Trying to. That's why he had to go.
Because he didn't want no baby with his.
Can you believe this with your own cousin?
Has Larry reached out to you or Ebony since this interview? The first interview?
Nope.
Y'all, it's nasty as F and giving hillbilly. But if you're wondering why he stayed for 6 years, he claims that it wasn't exactly up to him. But from the way he told the story, he tried to leave multiple times, but Keke's mom would crash out every time. According to him, every time he tried to leave the marriage, her mom would cry and plead with him not to leave Keke.
Mama, Miss Lorna Jean, I'm sorry.
You good?
Miss Lorna Jean, Keke's mama. She cried. She had told me a couple times, but she cried her heart out. Keke, she missed it. And bawling her eyes out. Here's what she said. She knew the calling on my life. She said, Zach, please don't leave my daughter. Because if you leave her, I believe, I don't want to be spared, forgive me. Yeah. I believe that she will meet her demise because she's going to self-destruct. She's been on a path to self-destruct and it's going to eventually catch up with her. And I don't know how much longer she'll be here.
So you stayed as a kind of like to honor her mother's wishes that you protect her daughter.
But y'all, there's even more. He claimed that Keke is very male-centered, and that's not exactly news because we could have told him that for free. Then there's actually more to it. Allegedly, it's because he claimed that she isn't exactly the best mother. According to him, she supposedly gets very neglectful of her kids whenever she has a new man around. She keeps them locked in their room and forgets to feed them. Sometimes the kids allegedly go hungry while she's laid up with whatever man she's with at the time.
And according to you, she kind of turns a blind eye to their needs and their health and their wellness. And
when she got the man or something on with a man, I was able to see. And you stop me if I interrupt you. I don't do over time.
To me, that's concerning because it's like, how are you able to watch? How many kids does she have? 13? 11 kids. And you're bringing in different men around your children, and then on top of that, you claim that she has a severe drinking problem to the point where how could she be a proper mother? Wow. And then me and you spoke about your kids when you did have contact with them, calling you, according to you,
order me something.
Order me food, Daddy.
They in the room, it's locked up, and they in there, and we hungry.
So Keke would be in a room locked up with Anthony, and the kids would be hungry.
He then went on to claim that she was allegedly physically violent with him sometimes and threatened to unalive him. She even allegedly tried to put ground glass in his food.
I want to make sure even for having to restrain her when she act like a wild animal.
So when did she threaten to put fine glass and ground it up?
All the time. She said she was going to eventually kill me.
Oh my God.
Because I restrained her. Like a wild animal, kicking me in the stomach and stuff.
Okay, so you got...
That's the church sounding land. You can
we're going to have to... Jasmine going to have to take some pictures of these before we leave.
Now, I'm not saying that Keke would do that or that she did, but this isn't the first time that she's been accused of DV and being violent towards a partner, because way back in 2002, when she was arrested for stabbing her then husband, Ramont Morton. According to the reports at the time, police responded to a DV call at 10:30 a.m. at December 25th at the couple's home. Morton was found with stab wounds on his chest, arms, and hands. A police statement said part of the knife blade had to be removed from Morton's back at the University of Louisville Hospital, according to the statement. So it looks like these wounds were pretty serious and deep. She was arrested on second-degree assault charges and faced up to 20 years in prison, but Morton dropped the charges and refused to testify against her, so the charges were dropped. However, a few years down the line, she changed her tone and said that it was self-defense because he was allegedly choking her, and stabbing him was the only way to make him stop.
Man, I don't care. Yes, I did it. It happened. If somebody's choking you over your kitchen sink, don't let there and just stand there and just let the guy kill you.
Right. Choke
you till you die and your baby's in the other room.
Defend yourself.
Yes.
We'll get out of a situation like that before it even escalates to that point.
I said,
But it didn't end there because her second husband, Michael Ford, also accused her of being toxic. Y'all remember when Keke made that video saying that Michael was leaving her at 8 months pregnant, right?
When you 8 months pregnant and you got a child sick in and out of the hospital and your husband got the nerve to tell you that he wants a divorce because he says that you're an emotional wreck. He says that from the very beginning, you never trusted me and all that kind of stuff. Telling other people, other women that we getting a divorce and if she calls or it's like, what?
Well, he told his side of the story and called her out for being toxic. He said, "I have loved, raised, supported, and cared for every child in our family, biological or not. I will continue to be that person and do all these things, but I will not be her husband." He continued, "I can no longer allow our children to live in a toxic environment, and because I love Keke, I can no longer accept toxic behavior. A home should be a refuge of peace from the inequity and harshness of the world. Keke is much stronger than she gives herself credit for, and she is a great mother. There is healing that needs to take place, and I have faith that it will happen." So it looks like all three of her ex-husbands have accused her at some point, and she might have to take a step back and consider that she might be the toxic one here. I mean, there's a common denominator. But this is where it gets real spicy, because according to Zachariah, Keke allegedly sold her soul to get ahead in the industry. Not only that, but Tamar Braxton allegedly introduced her to a witch, who she probably has on speed dial.
A little bit of grace, as y'all say in the church.
I don't know if y'all believe in this selling your soul, but it almost seemed like that's what happened a long time ago in the industry or something, because it's like demon possession. Oh, I'm just keeping it real.
So you're saying, when did Keke get her first recording contract? So Tamar has a podcast that she was trying to tell everybody to listen to, and the podcast host is a witch. She's not a part of the church, but Tamar grew up in the church. So what is she doing?
She brought Keke to see her, and she began to tell Keke.
She brought Keke onto the show
to see the witch. What the witch gonna say? And the witch was trying to, because they tap in. Please don't make me expose it. Demons tell witches information.
Yeah,
familiar spirits, monitoring spirits.
So she did a podcast basically telling her viewers what the witch told Keke, and Keke is supposed to get rid of that man, and they publicized that.
Well,
Y'all, this is a hot mess. Like I said at the start, Zachariah still has a lot of bad blood for Keke. But if she really did everything he's saying, well, let's just say we can see why. Now with the whole witch stuff, fans are speculating that she's allegedly did voodoo on Zachariah and her other exes, which would explain why and how she keeps a man on her arm. But here's the thing, y'all. The whole situation with Keke Wyatt and Zachariah Derring just went from messy to downright sinister. We're talking voodoo allegations, cousin scandals, witchcraft rumors, and exes popping up matching horror stories. And the craziest part, every time Keke's name comes up, the drama somehow doubles. Now, whether you believe Zachariah or think he's just bitter and reaching, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. This story has officially crossed into Lifetime movie territory, because if even half of what he's claiming is true, Keke's love of life might be way darker than anyone realized. But what do y'all think about this? Is Zachariah exposing the truth, or is this just a desperate ex trying to spin the block for some attention? Either way, this saga is far from over, and something tells me that Keke's next move is about to shake things up all over again.